So, welcome interior designers to one more amazing and exciting video. And today I have a really special guest and one of my client Ananya with you. And today she will gonna share her experience working with me. So, Ananya, why don't we start off by your quick introduction and you introduce yourself to our audience?
For sure. So thank you, Arihan. This has been actually the most transformative experience for me. I'm an entrepreneur by profession, and we have a trading house focused on architectural hardwares based out of Chennai. So I actually heard about Arihant and his services through a client of mine, actually, and who's also a freelancer. And that's how it started. And I think within a week's time, I got to know about the course that he has designed for, this generation of entrepreneurs to, become more self-sufficient, generating inquiries and, building a solid client base without having to depend on referrals or, the traditional ways one could use to get in touch with clients. So this was extremely transformative. I think after week one of going through his course, the second week we started working on campaigns, and from there on, it's been no turning back. So it's been extremely fulfilling. It's been extremely enriching, and one thing is that he just to know that you have somebody like Arihant who knows in and out of social media marketing, advertisement, how ads run, how to optimize all of that, just to have access to a person that's so willing to share and help is extremely empowering for somebody like me. So thank you so much.
That's good. That's good. So let's move on to the situation like before you started working with us. So how's like everything going on? Like the most of the business interior designers and companies get is through referrals. So
Yeah.
how's that was going
Right. So ours is a firm that's been in we've been in the business for about 2 decades now, and so far our only way of before that is I met you and started running ads. The only way to get in touch with a client or an end user was through referrals, word of mouth, through contacts, and very organically generating inquiries. So that was how business inquiries were generated. So that after getting to understand how Facebook ads work, Instagram works, and how you could use that medium as a powerful way of spreading the word and getting in touch with end customers, end users who probably didn't know you existed, because everybody is on social media apps these days. I think it's far more like, I think before we had something called Yellow Pages, and
on?
now when my dad was running the business, Yellow Pages was the only way that you could see the kind of people who were in your line of business, and just contacts and stuff. Now I think in 2023 situation is very different, and the world is actually, it's very easy to get in touch with a prospective buyer, provided you go through the right channel. And going through this entire process with Arihant has been something that has helped me sort of navigate my way and like focus into actual like inquiry generation, where it's very easy, like the ads are running on the side, you're doing your business, you're not setting time aside to market or go on marketing calls. It's just very organically happening on the side, and I think it's very sustainable, and so far so good. Yeah.
Yeah. And one more thing, I would like you to tell. I would like you if you tell us like what is like the difference we have seen, because you are also posting a lot of organic content as well on your Instagram, on your social media, and then you started ads doing with us. So what difference you have seen by just doing organic and paid ads together?
Right. So, very good question, because we already have a good set of followers on Instagram, for instance, and I have generated inquiries organically without paying for ads as well. So, and that's the reason I thought, going in for paid ads would actually make more sense. See, if your business is already attracting the kind of audience that you want it to without having you spend a penny on it, if you're going to spend just a little more, and I didn't have, for instance, a very exorbitant budget, for instance. I had a pretty conservative budget, and I just wanted to, because I was testing waters, I didn't want to go full plunge and really blow money on campaigns. And even with that, that being said, it's been extremely effective, because your target audience is something that you get to choose while you're running ads. But when it's in organically taking place, you can use hashtags, of course,
Yeah.
but that's a more broader audience that you're targeting. When with ads, for instance, you can choose a whole lot of, from a whole lot of metrics,
Yeah.
like age group, demographics, profession they're in, etc., etc. I won't go into the
Yeah.
specifics, but I think that makes it more focused. And the tone, I mean, the conversion, again, I think will be much better. See, for instance, a lot of the clients already know what, when they're watching, for instance, a content, what it is that they want, whether they're interested or not.
Yeah.
And if they're interested, you get their contacts, you get their information ready on hand, and you can actually get in touch with them. But well, organically running, like if you're even posting every day, the thing is, you can't get in touch with anybody.
Yeah.
You'll have to wait until they get in touch with you.
Yeah.
So for a business like we are in services, so it is important that we get in touch with the client and explain to them what all we have to offer. So it is not, it's more targeted, it's more focused. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And what happens with organically is organic will not help you to get, you cannot calculate the success rate. Like if we upload 30 days, 30 content, there is no
Correct.
specific metrics that we're going to get specific amount of leads and we're going to get specific amount of conversion. But with
Correct.
paid ads, you can predict that I'm going to get 100 leads this month, I can close 5, I can close 10. So that's what help you
Correct.
to add up the revenue and scale you fast than just focusing on just building the audience, just building followers, just building content. You need to build your own
That's right.
customer list, that is customer's phone number, email address, and their requirement and all these things, so you can close that.
Exactly.
And one day, because
Correct.
your followers are truly not your followers, they are Instagram's audience. But when you build your own audience, having their
Yeah.
email address, phone number, now they have your audience, because now they've given you
Exactly.
their data.
Correct.
So that's
Makes
what help
sense.
you to scale. And
Yeah.
one of the like second last question that I have is, now how the things are going on. I think you have closed one client also. So can you explain now how's everything going on after working with us?
Yeah. So one thing is for sure, that you, running ads aside, I think there's something that as business owners or marketing enthusiasts, we need to make sure that getting a lead is one thing. Second thing
Yeah.
is the effort that you put after you get the lead.
True, true, true,
I think the second part of it is, in fact, more important than the first part. See, you
true,
landed a prospective client, but how enthusiastic are you to get in touch with them, follow up,
true.
and get it through? I
Yeah.
think it's, for me, it's been an extremely humbling process, I would say, because there are a lot of times that you get in touch with a client who's registered an interest, but when you get in
Yeah.
touch with them, they're not even interested.
Yeah.
So, like, they would have just posted their inquiry just for, I don't know, I guess they
Yeah.
wanted information or whatever. So, not to get discouraged by a lot of, so every 40, 50 leads that you generate, like
Yes.
Aryan said, two might be prospective, and that's really good, because this is something that's happening side by side. You're not setting
Yes.
specific time off your work hours to
Yeah.
get in touch with these clients. So I think from that perspective, two things is a powerful campaign with a strong message
Yeah.
and engaging content is number one, which
Yeah.
is something that will help pull the target audience. The second is to coerce and convince the targeted audience to become a
Yeah.
prospective buyer, and that
Yes.
requires persuasion from one's end. So I
Right.
think both of these together work, and it makes it a success story. I think that's what it
True,
is.
true,
Yeah.
true. Because I've seen like many people, they only focus on generating lead, but they don't focus on the closing part, and that's where they
Correct.
don't get that ROI. Yesterday, like I was
Yeah.
speaking to one client, we started working with around 20, 25 days later. He told me like in last 25 days, the amount of work that I've did, I've not did that work in last 25 years. Because
Yeah.
when you get leads every single day. So you need to be very fast with following up with each and every lead, managing each and every lead, side visit. A lot of things happens after getting a lead, and that's what
100%.
makes the most important thing than just generating lead, because generating
Correct.
lead
Correct.
is not the whole process, this is just a part of a process. So
Correct,
yeah, the
correct,
point that you have
exactly.
made, and now the way you are using the marketing language is becoming very more efficient than the before. That's pretty good. So yeah, Ananya, like I have just like one final question for you. So let's say if somebody random person is watching me today and getting to know about me, what would you suggest someone who is planning to get started and working with you?
Okay, so the thing is two very important things. See, I was actually myself very reticent in going through with this because you see a lot of these fake YouTubers, no
Mhm.
offense, trying to market their courses and
Yeah.
like trying to act like they can really like help move your business to the next level. So frankly, because it came through a known client, I wasn't
Mhm.
questioning it. But at the same time, the back of your head, you're thinking, oh, is this genuine or not, and all of that.
Mhm.
So I just went ahead. Our first few conversations with Arihant were like I was still like trying, not very sure.
Yeah.
But then after I went through with it, two very important things, and this I'd like to mention. One is that when I give him a call, say he doesn't pick up a call, he always calls back, and
Yeah.
that's extremely comforting because his course is not a course. He's with you for the rest of the time, for like whenever you need help, whenever you need assistance, he's just a call away. Like
Mhm.
that's extremely important because because if you're trying to figure it out in the initial stages, you have a lot of doubts, you have a lot of
Right.
questions, you need help with certain very simple things, and you need to make sure like you have somebody that you can just call up over the phone who's willing to get on a Zoom call. I remember I've given him a call many a times on Sunday
Yeah.
evenings, and he's probably out and he's always picked up, and even if he's outside, like he would call me back in half hour
Yeah.
or 45 minutes. I think accessibility is credibility these
Yeah.
days, and I think he
True
totally lives
lines.
up
Yeah.
to his word. He's extremely accessible, he's extremely willing to share, and somebody that one could learn a lot from. Certainly if you're in business and if you're looking to generate inquiries on your own, I don't think there is a better person speaking from experience who could help you out with this entire process. He
Okay.
makes it very
Thanks a lot.
pleasurable and extremely safe, and you feel like every time you speak to him you're learning something new. So yeah, so definitely no second thoughts, you should just go in for this. It's really good. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Anya, for your time, and it's been a really great conversation. And thank you so much for giving and answering all the questions. I appreciate your time. Yeah,
Thank you so much. Yeah.
yeah. Bye.